Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be reviewing Roboquest, which was released out of early access a little over a week ago on November 7th. I've been enjoying it quite a bit, so I figured I'd review it while it's still a little fresh. I wanted to review it based off of these 5 points, which aren't really in any particular order, and the points are controls, gameplay, story, graphics, and sound. So let's get into it. The controls. I don't have too much to say about the controls. I found them very easy to grasp. I've also played with both mouse and keyboard and controller and found them to be very responsive and smooth. I quite enjoy playing this game. I get quite addicted to it when I do play, and I feel like part of that is because of how responsive and smooth the controls are. I personally prefer playing this one with a controller as well. Gameplay. Roboquest is a roguelite, so you're meant to run it over and over while gradually getting better. There are quite a few things to unlock, such as characters and gadgets. I've unlocked most of the characters as of time of review, and I've unlocked only one of the many gadgets. There are quite a few different weapons to find and unlock as well. I guess you don't really unlock them, you just more find them, but weapons also come with a bunch of different affixes, which can drastically affect how a gun you may be familiar with can function. I would say it has a lot of replayability as well, as levels are randomly generated. There are a lot of collectibles to find, such as data logs as well, and at least one collectible you need to find to unlock a character. The story. The story is presented in mostly comic book fashion, which reminds me of a less interactive Gravity Rush story presentation. It's also pretty easy to follow, and I feel like it's either something you'll care about or not. I've been enjoying it quite a bit, and I'm excited to see how the rest of it will play out, as I haven't finished it yet. I find the writing to also be very normal, which in my opinion is a very good thing, so it doesn't stick out per se. I don't really remember anything specific, but it's not over the top as well, so it makes it a pretty enjoyable experience. Some of the story is presented by Max, who is the human character following alongside the Guardian robot at points throughout the level. The graphics. Roboquest looks like a comic book come to life. When you look at quite a few of the textures, such as the mini-map and certain walls, it looks like they're right out of a comic book. When you fire your weapons, there is also a visual onomatopoeia, similar to when weapons are fired in comics. These are unique to most weapons as far as I can tell. Overall, I quite enjoy the design of the game as well. The enemies are quite basic, but I feel like that's part of the appeal. I quite like how the main character player, the Guardian, is designed as well. Between all the classes, they are very similar, with slight differences, mostly in color. I believe on my farthest run so far, I've made it about halfway through the game. I'm mentioning this because each area looks very unique as well as you progress. There are a few different branching paths as well, which you can follow to find different areas. Sound. I don't have a whole lot to say on the sound, but I quite enjoy the soundtrack and the gunfire in this game. I like how it sounds when you're killing enemies as well, and when you're using abilities. Overall, I'd say that the sound experience in this game was very well done. Overall, I would give Roboquest a 4.5 or a 5 out of 5. I would also highly recommend giving it a go, and what follows now will be a little bit of gameplay if you're interested in seeing a little more about how the game actually runs. I also apologize because I don't have the best aim personally while I'm playing the game, but I still enjoy it quite a bit nonetheless.